Yesterday I did my first rebuild of Madden 18, and at the beginning of that video I made a claim that the 49ers were by far the worst team in the NFL and the worst team on Madden 18, and you guys made it clear to me that I was wrong. I enjoyed that video so much, so I'm coming back to back with another rebuild and doing the team that everybody commented on yesterday's video, and that is to rebuild the New York Jets. You guys said the Jets have some of the worst talent ever in a Madden game ever, and in the NFL obviously because it's a replication of who they have in real life. So we are going to try to make your guys' worst team in the NFL Super Bowl champions in today's Madden 18 rebuild. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, let me know by dropping a like. Let's see if once again on this rebuild we can smash 2,000 likes, and I'll come out with another rebuild later this week. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and with that said, let's go ahead and jump right into this New York Jets rebuild, because this is going to take a long goddamn time because this team's freaking trash. So first of all, let's just look at the team. I thought the 49ers were the worst team because when your best player is a fullback, it's normally not a good sign. But looking at the Jets, I understand why you guys said that. It was a complete oversight. Offensive line is trash. Tight end, trash. Wide receivers, I don't even think trash describes that correctly. Have some decent running backs though, but may trade one of these guys away and try to get somebody else elsewhere. Josh is our freaking quarterback. We got to get a better quarterback than Josh. So the whole entire offensive line is just pathetic. Have some good players on defense though. Some good defensive ends. Defensive tackle's okay, and cornerback is just awful. We have three. Like I said, three. Not two. Not 8. 3 players over 80 overall. So on the team, actually I lied. We have 4 because Jamal Adams is good. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5, 6, 7 players on this whole entire roster out of 75 players. That's over 80 overall. So this is gonna be difficult. This is gonna be hard. Now, I am going to use every resource possible just like I did in the 49ers rebuild. Nobody really complained about me signing free agents, so that's what I'm going to do today. Most of the complaints were 49ers fans being mad that I called them the worst team in the NFL, and then people saying I should have done the Jets and that the Jets are the worst team. So you guys didn't necessarily have a problem with the rebuild. You just had a problem with me saying the Jets were not the worst team in the NFL. So we are, of course, going to sign some of the free agents that are currently in the NFL. And you know what? Let's try not to sign the players that we did yesterday, or at least not all of them. We won't trade away. We won't sign Dennis Pitta, but we will sign Gary Barnidge for a change. And we'll also sign Jacob Tamme. So those are the 2 tight ends that we are going to sign. I didn't even check how much cap space we have. We need to make some signings on the offensive line because our offensive line is awful. We have $51 million to spend, so no problem there. So I'll go ahead and sign McKenzie. He's an 80 overall, which I thought he was a 79 yesterday, so that's interesting. We'll go ahead and sign, since we signed Jeremiah Zuta yesterday, we'll sign Nick Mangold today. Moving along to the right guard position, we will sign, we know what, we won't sign an offensive, we know we will sign a 75 Alvin Bailey, see if that will help us out at all. Now let's look at right tackle. Do we have any right tackles? Austin Patzor, we signed him yesterday, but you know what? I want to sign him again. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. James Carpenter is a good offensive lineman, the only one on the team already, so he's probably going to be the only, he might even get traded. I don't know. We will have a completely different offensive line. On defense, we'll sign, you know what? We'll sign the veteran, we'll sign the veteran Mario. Just forget what I said. I think we'll go with the 28-year-old Ian Williams to play at the defensive tackle position. And I think at linebacker, are there any linebackers we can sign? Our linebackers are pretty bad. Trent Cole, and we signed Perry Riley yesterday, so today we will sign Ray Malaluga. I think we have more cap room in this video than we did the 49ers rebuild. And you know what? Since we signed Tremaine Brock yesterday, we will sign Jarrell Revis today. And because we didn't sign Tremaine Brock, we'll sign Sam Shields as well. So we already have like $20 million remaining. And I don't believe we really need we have Jamal Adams, but none of these safeties really mean anything to me. So I think that's going to do it on the free agent front. And the team's already a lot better. I mean, why not sign free agents when you have the chance to? But we still have a ton of work to do with this team. And I genuinely don't know where to start. Guys, I have a feeling we're about to get Tom Brady. For Sheldon Richardson, who's not your prototypical right outside linebacker anyway, we could have moved him to defensive tackle, but I mean, we're going to get Tom Brady for him. Bilal Powell in a 3rd round draft pick. Will this go through? It was close. How about a 2nd round draft pick instead? It's close. Do we have to? I would be willing to throw in a first for Tom because it's freaking Tom. And how about Matt Forte instead? This literally might be our only chance right here. How about Matt Forte instead of Powell? And let's go back to the second round draft pick and see if we can get him with this, since it is a 4 overall upgrade, and putting in Matt Forte instead of Powell. And it's still pretty close, dude. If I can't get Tom, I'm going to be mad because I really don't think there's any other way I can get Tom. Gosh dang, bro. How about, do I have any centers they're interested in? If they don't have a center, this might be a fail completely. It's a fail completely. There's no way I can get Tom because they genuinely are not interested in like any other player that I have except Leonard Williams, but he's like my best player on the team and I'm not going to trade him away. So that sucks. How about Jordan? Nah, they're not. This is Tom. No Tom. How about Sheldon Richardson and Powell for Matt Ryan? This would be nice. And it's in the yellow boy. So I think possibly with the 3rd round draft pick, we could be getting Matt Ryan, who's only 1 overall lower than Tom Brady. I think this is 100% going to go through. Dang it. How about a 2nd round draft pick for next year so I can keep my 2nd for this year? I'm trying to not use my 2nd for this year. Jesus. So I think it is going to go through, though, with my 2nd round draft pick from this year. Going to send this through. Oh, my God. Madden loves to finesse poor RBT. So how about Matt Forte instead? He's 4 overall higher. I don't even think it went up hardly at all. So please tell me the 2nd round draft pick is good enough for this year. I do not want to use my first. Please, Madden. Please. Oh, my God. How about my backup right guard instead of any picks? And it's in the yellow boy. So I think this one might actually, that was a little bit higher in the yellow than the Powell deal. So I think a 3rd round draft pick might be enough for this one. Come on, Falcons. Give me Matt Ryan. Jesus. Why? A 2nd round draft pick for next year, please. Oh, my God. This is going to go through. I was trying to get it for as little as possible. You know what? I'm going to try one more thing. Promise. Alvin Bailey's coming out. I have one more right guard that's a higher overall than Alvin Bailey, so maybe this will go through Brian Winters instead. How about this? And it was accepted. We get ourselves our quarterback, Matt Ryan, for Sheldon Richardson, a 3rd round draft pick, and right guard Brian Winters. So I'm trying to get Navarro Bowman as our starting middle linebacker. We're going to trade like our 4th middle linebacker. Buster Skrine, who's like our 4th corner, would actually be gaining cap room here. Send this through, and that was accepted. Wow. Navarro Bowman's not even that old. So I'm going to try this trade. I'm going to try my best to stray away from older players, but just remember this is a 1-year rebuild, so it really doesn't matter. But I like to mix things up and have some youth and some older players as well. But we'd be getting ourselves a veteran right outside linebacker and wide receiver, and that's going to be Mike Wallace and Terrell Suggs for Jacob Tamme and Demario Davis. Let's see if this will go through, though. It is pretty close. So I think now, if we throw in like a 4th round draft pick, potentially this would go through. Just eat me out. How about a 3rd round draft pick from next year? Would this go through? Eat me out. So how about a 2nd round draft pick from next year? How about I take Demario Davis out, and it's still in the yellow. So what else do they need? Would they take another middle linebacker? Nah, just screw it. We'll go ahead and throw in Demario Davis. Make sure we get this deal to go through. Get ourselves, like, maybe at the end of this. It's so hard to trade with the Jets. Like, it's so much harder than it was with the 49ers. But I'm hoping Mike Wallace ends up like my 3rd or 4th best wide receiver. But anyways, I think this deal will be worth it. We actually gain like $3 or $4 million in cap room as well. Going to submit this to go through. And wow. What? That was unexpected. So how about Jordan Jenkins? See, they're not. Okay, I'm in a bind now. Maybe we just get one of these guys. Maybe I just get Terrell Suggs instead. Maybe just Terrell Suggs. That's pretty close. So yeah, I think we'll just get Terrell Suggs. I can get a better wide receiver later and not have to trade away anything stupid. So how about a 5th round draft pick to make this deal go through? And it was accepted. So we do get ourselves a veteran right outside linebacker to replace Sheldon Richardson, which helps because he's 4 overall higher. So how about this trade? Ray Malaluga and Sam Shields for Ndamukong Suh. I've never got him in any rebuilds. We'd be only spending like $2 million here to sign or trade for Ndamukong Suh. Gonna send this through, and it's relatively close. I think a 6th round draft pick should be enough to make this go through and us to bring in one of the best defensive tackles in the league, and it was not. But I think a 5th should. Please don't make me do another trade. And Jesus, F me. Just F me. What a 3rd from next year. Is this enough? There we go. We bring in Ndamukong Suh, one of the best defensive tackles in the league, to anchor our defensive line, which is by far the best part of our team. One of the best running backs in the game, in David Johnson for Morris Claiborne and Kelvin Beachum. This is in the green, and we're going to make this happen. I have some more. Well, I don't know. Would they be interested in another cornerback? Williams, they are. Would this be any closer? No, that went down. Definitely went down. So let's go back to the other player we had in there, and that was our left tackle, Kelvin Beachum. So what about like a second or fourth round draft pick? Will a fourth be enough to go through? Oh my God, that's so close, man. What is up with the Jets being bad luck? So how about a second round draft pick from next year? This should go through. And with this being the case, I'm actually going to take him out and put in the worst cornerback as a lower overall and see if this will go through. And, Jesus, that went down. So maybe this time around, hope to God it goes through this time. Left tackle, Kelvin Beachum. Give me David Johnson. Let's be great. And the trade was accepted just like that. We bring in one of the greatest running backs in the NFL. So now I'm currently trying to get Jimmy Smith from the Ravens because we need to start getting some cornerbacks. Gary Barnidge and Austin Patsor for Jimmy Smith, and it's in the green. So I think, would they be interested in another right tackle, Brandon Shell, possibly? And they are. Is this enough to bring in Jimmy Smith? And then they didn't actually go up at all. I guess that makes sense. They don't want two right tackles. But I don't think I have anybody else they're actually interested in. So I guess the move now is to throw in a draft pick. A second from next year, possibly. Will this go through? And it was accepted. So Jimmy Smith is our first corner. So we need ourselves a good wide receiver. And I got Doug Baldwin in my sights. It's in the orange for Ian Williams. So what else do we have we could trade away? Jordan Jenkins. No team's interested in Jordan Jenkins, although he's really young, so that kind of sucks. We do have James Carpenter that I know they are interested in. Let's see how close this is. It's in the yellow, man. So what else do they need? A left tackle. Do we have a left tackle? No. Do we have a right tackle they could be interested in? And we have Brandon Shell. They're not interested in him. So this might have to be a draft pick. Unless they want one of our right guards. Alvin Bailey, possibly? No. But I think I'll be willing. I don't know. I kind of don't want to trade away a draft pick, man. So would a second from this year be enough to bring in Doug Baldwin? And it was accepted. I don't know how I feel about that. But, I mean, I'll take a 92 overall wide receiver. We actually free up some cap space as well. But we need to start actually working on our offensive line because it's not good. I might have to go after some older players just to fill out the offensive line. But, I mean, I would rather have older players on O-line than elsewhere. So the Browns are kind of interested in Bryce Petty. I know I said I'm going after old offensive linemen. Joe Thomas is one of the best left tackles in the game. We have the cap space to get him, although he's worth 8.21. But could we get Bryce Petty for Joe Thomas? No. What if I threw in Josh McCown as well? This would be crazy. How about this deal? No. Josh McCown? So it's like the same for Bryce Petty or Josh McCown. So I'm going to try to make this deal go through. So what else do they want? A middle linebacker? Do you want DeMario Davis? They do. How about just this straight up then? DeMario Davis for Joe Thomas? That's actually pretty goddamn close, boys. So what's the other quarterback that we have? We have three, I believe, or four. Maybe the fourth one, Christian Hackenberg, will be enough to make this deal go through. And we bring in one of the best left tackles in the game for a backup middle linebacker and our fourth quarterback. So I know Eric Weddle is the same free safety we went after it. So I know this would be the second straight video we got Eric Weddle. But when you look at it, guys, there's really not that many high-rated free safeties in the NFL. And the ones that are older. And if they are older, I already try to get all the different ones. And they have no players that they're interested in on my team. So let's just try to get him for Matt Forte. And it's pretty close. So I think we'd be able to get him relatively easy. Let's just throw in a bullcrap 5th round draft pick. And free safety is one of our biggest positions of need. So this would definitely be a help as a 94 overall. I mean, who cares if he's older? There's only so many great free safeties in the league. To a 4th round draft pick as well, and it was accepted. Eric Weddle, the veteran, is going to be manning up our secondary, along with the rookie, Jamal Adams, who we're not going to trade away in this rebuild. We're going to keep him as the starter. So that's going to be a mix of two beasts, but one really old and one really young. So we're about to get an 85 overall John Greco, who will be our starting right guard from the Browns. So we're going to basically just get in the Browns offensive line. But we're also getting Josh McCown off our books, and he is worth $6 million. And we're basically trading absolutely nothing whatsoever to bring in John Greco. Let's just throw in a couple bullcrap players just to free up some more cap space. So how about Shamarko Thomas? And what left in do we have we could trade away? Lawrence Thomas. Or no, we'll go with Anthony Johnson since he cost something. So is this enough to bring in John Greco? And he was accepted. Now, he is a one-star player, but I mean, he's an 85 overall right guard, and that will just help our team. So I think this trade would be worth it. We still have this first-round draft pick just lying around. We'll be getting a starting wide receiver and a starting tight end, both over 87 overall. For a first-rounder in May, who's our backup strong safety. The Titans are one of the few teams interested in him. We're going to submit this offer, and it's in the yellow. So what else do we have that we could trade away? How about Steve McClendon as well? And it's still there. So maybe we can't get Eric Decker. How about another wide receiver on the Titans, Rashard Matthews? Is that worth it? I don't know if that was worth it. That might have been a bad trade. That might have been an awful trade. I feel like that was an awful trade. So I feel like this would be a good trade. Jordan Jenkins in a 5th-round draft pick for Brandon LaFell, who would be like a number 3 or 4 receiver, and Adam Jones, who is old and worth a lot, but we need quality players brought into the team, old or not. And with the Jets, man, there's just not a lot to trade away, so I'm trying to milk every bit out of every player possible. So let's see if this will go through, and it's in the yellow. So are there any players that we have that the Bengals are interested in? Ben Alahanahana? Nope. Not him. Right tackle. Do they have any right tackles they'd be interested in? How about Brandon Shell? Not interested in him. Dang. Any right guards? Alvin Bailey. They are interested in him, so this might actually go through. And it's very close. So I think the 5th-round draft pick, or maybe like a 6 would be enough to make this deal go through. And I think that would be worth it, honestly. Not anything crazy, but everything helps with this Jets team. And it doesn't, oh my, don't tell me this is about to happen. Please let this go through. Oh my God. Did that even go up? They not value a 5th over a 6? That's crazy. Oh, just eat me out with a bag of biscuits. Come on now. You gotta, we're getting these 2 players, 100%. This is gonna be the end of me. This is actually gonna be the end of me. So, we have to have a defensive tackle they're interested in. Steve McClendon, Steve, you gotta be able to give me these, I'm about to lose it. So I traded up for a 3rd-round draft pick because that was about to make me lose my mind. So we're gonna go back in for that deal and see if we don't even have to add in Alvin Baylor. Maybe we can add in somebody else because he's somebody that another team could be interested in. So who did we have? I've done forgot. We had left outside linebacker Jordan Jenkins, and we're also going to try the 3rd-round draft pick straight up without the right guard added. So we're going to go now to the Bengals, and we are going to get their wide receiver, which is Brandon LaFell, and then their, not a draft pick, we're going to go with Adam Pac-Man Jones, who is their best cornerback. So let's see if this will go through. That's, okay, now this has got to go through. We're just going to throw in some bullcrap, like, let's throw in Marcus. Marcus, are you enough? And he was. So we bring in a pretty talented wide receiver and a cornerback that will just be there. Our biggest position of need is left outside linebacker. That's why I have Muhammad Wilkerson in this deal. Plus, he's almost $10 million, so that's going to free up a ton of cap space, and we can get a better right end. Submit this trade, and it's in the yellow, boys, so I think we might be able to get, I've been trying so long to get a left outside linebacker, so I really, really, really want this deal to go through. But is there any tight end that we have they're interested in? How about Austin Safarian Jenkins? Please, please. Oh my God, we need one player. One more player that they're interested in. How about Bilal Powell? I'll be willing to trade him away if we can get Vic Beasley, because I can get a better backup running back. Please. I've had so many more trades in this video be close to going through, opposed to my 49ers video yesterday. I kind of am regretting this because I'm getting stressed, but we're going to be great and get through this together. We're getting through this together. I just need them to be interested in one more player, please. I have an idea. I have a very crazy idea. So somehow, some way, a tight end that's very good is going to pop up on my lineup. Dennis Pitta, where did you come from? Aw, you have a fractured hip, out 29 weeks. That's sad. We are just magically going to have you appear on our team. Now what's going to happen is we're going to throw you in a trade because we never wanted you. I don't know how you got on our team in the first place. So we're going to throw you into a deal, Dennis Pitta. Now we're going to go to the Atlanta Falcons. And the Falcons, that was a fail. That was a huge fail. That was the biggest fail I think I've ever had in a video, ever. That was gonna be so great. But maybe they want Ladarius. Maybe they won't Ladarius Green. How did he show up on my team too? That's crazy. I have no idea how he just randomly popped up on my team. he's just there, and I guess I can use him in a trade because I don't want him. I don't know how he got there. Hopefully the Falcons are interested in him. That would be great if they were. They are. Wow. I'm glad they're interested in a player that just randomly appeared on my team. So now we can throw in Muhammad Wilkerson and Ladarius Green for a guy named Vic. Let's see if this will go through, and it's in the yellow. So who's the other player? We have Bryce Petty in here. Please, dear God, just give me Vic Beasley. No. Nah. No. 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 Not believing it. Not believing it at all. Not believing it at all. Irate, actually. Kind of irate. Very, very, very irate. Yay, we get a second-round draft pick from the 49ers. Now, if this doesn't go through, I don't know what to say. Literally, the last 30 minutes of my life has been trying to get a left outside linebacker on a video game. But it's going to be great, because I want this video to be as good as possible, because I want the Jets to be Super Bowl champions. So, Vic Beasley, this time, I have the energy, I have the hypeness to bring you in as a New York Jet. So, a left end, which is going to be a right end, actually. That's Muhammad Wilkerson. A tight end that appeared on my team, and that's Ladarius Green. And then the second-round draft pick that we just acquired in a trade. Is this going to go through? Thank God. Well, we're about to get ourselves our starting right tackle for Bryce Petty. So this worked out pretty well for all parties involved. Although we need a player to trade away. We'll trade away Devin. Devin for Ryan Schrader. The deal was accepted. We might just get ourselves Michael Bennett for our backup running back Powell and a Nunwa, who's our fourth wide receiver. I would take a 93 overall over Muhammad Wilkerson any day of the week. And this deal is so close. So this is actually, I believe, going to go through. We'll just throw in some bull crap, which is going to be Tanner. Is Tanner enough to make this deal go through a 46? Is he the difference? No, it actually went backwards. Don't blame him one bit. But how about Chris? Chris, I don't want you anymore on my team. And thank God we get ourselves a beast right into Michael Bennett. We might be getting ourselves one of the most underrated wide receivers in the league, and that is Jordy Nelson for Marcus Williams and Alvin Bailey. And this deal is in the green. So I think a draft pick should be enough to get ourselves our third and probably final wide receiver. How about a fifth from next year? I just took it out. Now a fifth from next year. Second time's a charm. And it was accepted, baby. Let's go. Things are finally starting to come together. Now I'm trying to get Byron Maxwell. I know his cap hit is $7 million, but I need any corner I can get. Trading our backup middle linebacker, and I don't think this is going to go through either. We have a fullback. They do need a fullback. Michael Burton. Will this go through? It's getting closer. We need one more position that they do need. About defensive tackle, Steve. They do want Steve. This might actually go through, and it's actually close. So now if we throw in that fullback, we should be able to get ourselves another decent cornerback. Michael Burton, please be enough to make this deal go through, and it was accepted. We get ourselves a 5-star Byron Maxwell. So I know Alex Mack is another player worth a lot of money, but if we can bring in another veteran offensive lineman, we still have Nick Mangold at the center position. This would be huge, and it's so close. So what else do they need? They need a left end and a right end. I'll be willing to trade away Mike Pinnell. Let's see if this makes it closer, and it was accepted. So Richie Incognito's another older player that we got in yesterday's video, but we could definitely use him in today's. Nick Mangold for him. That's really close. So we might actually be able to get him if we throw him another center. Don't know. This might work. Maybe a little bit of finessing. And it's closer. So we're actually going to get ourselves, I think this should solidify our offensive line for the rest of this video. Throw in a fourth from next year. See if we can get Richie, and we do. I know it's some older offensive linemen, dude, but just bear with me. This team is hard to rebuild. So, guys, I've been trying for the longest time to get myself a backup middle linebacker. I didn't show it in the video, but I traded a bunch of the players that had value from other teams for draft picks because I couldn't compile them all into one deal to get a good player in return. So we actually have 2 more first-round draft picks I'm going to use to upgrade the team, but I use a second and a couple of players that weren't going to play for me to get Mason Foster, who's going to be a solid backup middle linebacker. And boys, when I said upgrade, I meant it. We used a first and a third-round draft pick, and Rashard Matthews sent them to the Cincinnati Bengals to get AJ Green. So basically, we just upgraded to one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. No big deal. So I'm going to try and upgrade one more position and get myself Dez Bryant. That would set up for the sickest wide receiver core in NFL history. You're going to submit it, and wow. Wow. First and Brandon LaFell upgraded to Dez Bryant. So boys, I think that is going to do it for the rebuild. We have built an incredible team. Now the only problem is we don't have much depth at all. But injuries are off because you guys told me to turn injuries off this time around, and we have no more cap room anyway, so that's why I can't sign any backups. But we have a great wide receiver core. AJ Green, better than yesterday's. AJ Green, Jordy Nelson, Des Bryant, and Doug Baldwin. David Johnson at running back. We have only 1 or 2 offensive linemen under 80 overall, and then a beast Delaney Walker at tight end. And then defensively, a pretty good defense. We have Terrell Suggs, Navarro Bowman, Vic Beasley, Jamal Adams, and Eric Weddle. The weakest point of this team is 100% the cornerback core, because we signed Darrelle Revis at the beginning of the video and ended up having to keep him because we just couldn't get any more cornerbacks. And we got Jimmy Smith, Byron Maxwell, Adam Jones, and Darrelle Revis. I mean, that's not bad, but it's kind of old. And I think we did a good job in today's video of mixing youth and older players as well. I don't want to always just go after older players, but sometimes it's what you have to do to rebuild a team as best as possible. I'd rather rebuild them with old players and not make them as good as possible otherwise. So hopefully that makes sense. But with that said, boys, I think it is time to go ahead and sim to mid-season. Yesterday, we had 1 loss at mid-season. I felt a lot stronger in yesterday's rebuild with the 49ers because it was just a lot easier to build a team, and it was an incredible team. 99s everywhere. This team is still pretty good. Not as good as that one, but I still think I would be disappointed if we had more than 2 losses at midseason. So I said I wouldn't be happy if we lost more than 1 game. So I guess I'm happy because we are 7-1. Matt Ryan's up to a 99. This team is looking incredible. I guess the CPU added a little bit of depth. Although, like with a 59 backup tight end, that's not the greatest, but depth is depth. Team is looking mighty fine, boys, as we only have like 1 position really under an A or 2 actually, and that's the strong safety, who is Jamal Adams, he's already up to an 85, may close into a 90 by the end of the video. And let's see how much we're winning the division by. The Patriots are 4-4. That's crazy. The Dolphins are in 2nd place. So it looks like we are having a pretty good season. Now, I want to see what team actually beat us, and that actually ended up being the... What? How does that... Okay, that's something crazy. So, you win every game in the league, except 1. And that 1 loss is a 38-0 L. Like, huh? How? Something happened. 4 interceptions from Matt Ryan. I feel like something crazy happened. Some glitch happened, because that is some AIDS. Anyways, that was a fluke of a game. Don't know what happened there. Matt Ryan ate something bad before the game. That's the only possible explanation. That's kind of the weirdest thing I think I've ever seen in the Madden simulation. Now, with that said, boys, if I would say if we have more than 2 losses, I will be disappointed. We had 3 yesterday, so let's see if this team is better today. So we're simming to the playoffs. If we do not have a first-round bye, I'm just going to quit the video. Just 100% going to quit. And of course, we got a first-round bye. And if you see in the bottom left corner of the screen, Matt Ryan won the MVP. So we made a good choice at the quarterback position for this rebuild. And look at these stats, man. This team is looking mighty freaking good. Now, I want to see what Jamal Adams got up to. He got up to an 88 overall from an 82. That's insane. And even the older players that we did get, like Terrell Suggs and Eric Weddle, they have not regressed at all. I think Jimmy Smith actually, did he regress? I don't know. But we're still looking good. We're still looking mighty good. And we ended up 15-1, boys. 15-1. Now, the crazy thing about that, we're better than yesterday, but our 1 loss was a 38-0 defeat. Madden? Are you kidding me? So you're telling me a team that can go undefeated, aside from 1 game, loses that one 38-0? That was a fluke. Now anyways, let's go check out how our team did statistically. The best offense in the NFL, and then defensively, we had the 3rd best defense in the NFL. And of course, you saw Matt Ryan won the MVP. Russell Wilson came in 2nd. Any surprises? Trevor Siemian's a huge surprise. Le'Veon Bell up there. Deshaun Watson, a rookie, came in 9th, so he probably won the Rookie of the Year. Coach of the Year goes to, of course, Todd Bowles. Now, we're going to go into the AFC Awards. Player of the Year goes to Le'Veon Bell. How does Matt Ryan win the MVP, but Le'Veon Bell wins the Offensive Player of the Year? 2 things Madden has effed up in today's video. Defensive Player of the Year goes to a Jet, came in 2nd. J.J. Watt won it, but the Jet came in 2nd. Michael Bennett, and then nobody else. Any rookies? I would 100% expect us to have no rookies in the top 10 on offense, but defensively, Jamal Adams should be up there. He actually came in 5th. it was Jordan Willis who won that. Myles Garrett came in 3rd. Chris Wormley in 4th. Marlon Humphrey in 7th. And a couple other players to round off the top 10. So boys, 15-1 is much better than yesterday's video. We're going to sim to the divisional championship game, which we lost in yesterday's video. Now, crazier things have happened in this video alone. I mean, we lost our only game by 38 points. And then Matt Ryan won the MVP and didn't win the Offensive Player of the Year, which is just weird. So we very well might lose this game. But we lost yesterday to an underdog, and that knocked us out in our first playoff game. So I just want to I want to win the goddamn Super Bowl, but I want to at least make it to the AFC Championship game submitted next week. Come on, please win this game. And we get the W over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's see how much we won by. We're taking on our division rival New England Patriots, who did not have a great regular season, so we might be able to beat them, but I mean, they've made it this far regardless. We won that game by 14 points, so not bad. Patriots are on a tear. Beat the Broncos by 42 points. So this is going to be difficult playing a hot New England Patriot team who came back, who was 4-4 at the beginning of the year, ended up making the playoffs with a wild card berth. Can we beat the Patriots to move on to the Super Bowl, please? Can we turn the Jets into Super Bowl champions? And we did get a win. We play next week against the Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl, boys. We might actually successfully complete this rebuild with the New York Jets, bringing them from the worst team, according to you guys, in the NFL to Super Bowl champions. So, I want to see how both teams did in the AFC and NFC Conference Championship game. We obviously taken on the Packers. We won by 20 points over the Patriots, and the Packers won by 21 points. So, boys, can we finish off this rebuild with the W and beat the Green Bay Packers? The screen is going to be blacked out, and I'm not going to look until we look at the schedule. I don't want to spoil anything for you or for me. I just want to be Super Bowl champions. The suspense is real because the loading screen is taking absolutely forever. Now we're here, going over the schedule, not looking, have not looked, we're on schedule. So, nobody knows, boys. We're going to go to league schedule, and it might pop up or it might not. Did we win the Super Bowl? Nope. Anticlimactic. Here it is, boys. Here it is. Postseason Super Bowl. Are we Super Bowl champions? And did we completely, successfully rebuild the New York Jets from worst to best? And we did, boys. We get the win, 42-21 over the Green Bay Packers, as the Jets are Super Bowl champions. One of the very few rebuilds I've ever done where we actually rebuilt the team and won the Super Bowl in the first year. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Let's see how our team did. 4 touchdowns, no picks for Matt Ryan. And let's see how we did running the football. David Johnson, 100 yards, of course. And we had Randall Cobb led the game. That's crazy. Nobody on our team really did that great aside from Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson beat his team in the Super Bowl, so that's crazy. But man, what a team we got put together. Still surprised the team did so much better than the team yesterday, but we still get a Super Bowl championship nonetheless. So hopefully you guys did enjoy today's rebuild. I really do enjoy making these videos, although they take like 2 or 3 times longer than any other videos. So hopefully you guys are enjoying them, want to see more on the channel. Like I said, 2,000 likes, and I will do one later this week. And let me know what team you want me to rebuild next in the comment section below. But with that said, guys, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.